8 months ago, I challenged the entire God of War power scaling community to prove that several images they constantly use are real and not faked. Naturally, they all failed to do so. Some of them tried to use the God of War wiki, even after I showed that I can edit anything I wanted to in the wiki and explained that it is a fan-made website. But by far the most popular arguments were regarding the Beyond Video Games website, an internet archive of these images, and a Twitter comment by a collector of God of War collectibles. So without further ado, let us jump straight into why these three fail, and as always, links to any source I use will be in the description. Beyond Video Games has a page containing these images, which it states to have been released in 2007. Lots of power scalers somehow get a transient cerebral stroke and think the website is saying that it saved the images in this webpage in 2007, despite it clearly talking about the Lost World being released in 2007. This site isn't even that old. It was indexed in 2020. Getting indexed means it was added to Google's website inventory, only after which it can be displayed through Google. Some scalers have argued that just because Google indexed the site doesn't mean it didn't exist in 2007. While that is true, it doesn't mean that it did exist in 2007. If they want to use these images, proving that these scans are real is their burden of proof. Anyways, several tools were used to find out the website's domain registration date, DNS history, hosting history, site history, IP changes, OS, etc. All the results show that there was nothing before 2020, so to those who say that the website could have been hosted long before it was indexed, that argument isn't looking too good. Perhaps the most damning evidence against this argument comes from the Beyond Video Gaming site itself. This website has a sitemap accessible at the very bottom of any page. A sitemap is a file where you provide information about the pages, videos, and other files on your site, and the relationships between them. If we take a look at the sitemap, we can see that the site's earliest entry was in 2011, and the Lost World page with all of its images was made in 2022, in agreement with other sources previously shown. Thus, the website had no pages in 2007, and these images were uploaded in 2022. Now, let us ignore this damning evidence for a second, and for argument's sake, assume that this webpage dated back to 2007. Would this prove that these images are real? No. It's just an unofficial website. It doesn't prove this existed somewhere, just that someone put the screenshots up on this site. Another commonly used source was an archive of these images, but the problem with it is that it's just the image and not the actual site that was archived. This image was also uploaded by some random guy on December 21st, 2022, while Beyond Video Gaming uploaded it on October 18th, 2022, a little over 2 months before. Thus, it's clear that this image was copied from Beyond Video Gaming and archived it as the earliest documentation of its existence is in 2022. The last source comes from someone on Twitter who asked Mojica Rosas about these images. Mojica said that they were, and I quote, "In some point it was canon, because it was posted on an official page, but later that page was eliminated, and in the end, the idea about darkness was the final boss was substituted by fear, which we saw in Gao 3. In summary, it was a discarded idea." He then went on to ask Bruno what he thought about this, to which he got no response as of now. I have asked him for more information on this, such as if he played the browser game or saw gameplay of it, and if he has recordings or screenshots of the same, but there is still no response. Interestingly, this took place on December 28th, 2022. Exactly a week after the Tansi Sam archived picture was uploaded and over 2 months after Beyond Video Games uploaded it, while Mojika Ross is the Guinness World Record holder for the largest GOW collection and has been publicly recognized by Santa Monica Studios for the same. He first discovered God of War and started his collection in 2011. So neither did he play the browser game from 2007, nor did he watch gameplay of it. To top it all off, he's just a fan like anyone else, and doesn't have the authority of a developer to make such statements of absolute certainty. And he knows this, which is why he asked Bruno, an actual developer, about this. And, to conclude, these scans use concept art from the actual archived site, which, as expected, does not contain any of the images. Here are some examples of how easy it is to make fake images using the concept art and God of War font generators. Thus, if you ever deal with God of War wankers who use these images, make sure you force them to prove that these are real with verifiable official sources. This can be applied to any image used for scaling this franchise because of how many fake images were made. I hope you found the video useful. I will see all of you later. And remember, God of War is fodder.